everybody, and welcome. How are you this evening? Took a couple of days to relax, get some stuff done, and I wanted to do some reacting to Amberlynn Reid. As everyone knows, there are a lot of people that are very unhappy with Foodie Beauty to the point where there is a blackout going on for all Foodie Beauty content. Some people are still covering Foodie, and some have decided not to during the blackout. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not exactly sure how long the blackout is supposed to be for. I've heard varying reports. Some say it's just for a few days. Others say it should be for 30 days. I'm not exactly sure. As for me, I'm sure you guys have already seen the video that I posted. I was angry at Foodie for getting another cat when she shouldn't have another cat. I was completely livid and I went off in a video because I don't like the idea of Foodie having yet another pet. She already has Harry the hamster. What does she need a cat for? I know that Foodie is under the impression that if she gets a cat that her views are going to go up. She's going to get more super chats. We're covering Amber tonight, but let me touch on the Foodie Beauty topic ever so briefly. If you're someone that you come here watching the Foodie Beauty content, a question. How would you feel if I did more Amberlynn Reid content or other content? Because I would like to start moving away from Foodie. Even if there were no blackout in place, Foodie's doing a lot of the same things over and over. She's in Kuwait. She is overstaying her visa. She's not going back to Canada. So I'd like to try to give you guys something different. And I'd like to give you a voice and asking your opinion about how would you feel if I did more Amberlynn Reid content or other content. Also, relating to Foodie Beauty, just a word of advice. This is not me telling anybody what to do, but as someone that I've been reacting to Chantal for quite a long time, one thing I've noticed about Foodie Beauty, where those of us who are content creators, when we do a live chat and we get super chats or super stickers, usually it's because people like what we're doing and they're sending positive reinforcement. In the case of Foodie, she tends to go the other way. She is essentially, right now, hate farming. She purposely got a cat to trigger people, to make people upset, to get people concerned for the welfare of the cat. She likes to kick the hornet's nest to get a reaction. And the reaction that she's looking for, everybody, is she's looking for an uptick in views, and she's looking for people to get so angry and so upset that they send super chats or super stickers because you want to scream at Foodie, but you can't scream in her face because you're not physically there. So a lot of people tend to get angry and send super chats and super stickers just wanting to say something to her in a moment of anger. To those people, I say, I understand why you're angry. I get it. But as children, we were all taught not to reinforce bad behavior. Because if you reinforce bad behavior, the bad behavior will continue. So Foodie is essentially poking at people, hoping that it will lead to some kind of profit. Whether it's through views, super chats, super stickers. If you send Foodie a super chat or a super sticker out of hate or unhappiness, it doesn't matter to her because at the end of the day, the money all spends the same. So this is not me telling you what to do. You're someone on YouTube, it's your money, you can do as you like, but understand that Foodie Beauty is someone that she manipulates people through negative emotion. So if you get mad at Foodie to the point where you might get tempted to send a super chat or a super sticker, pause for just a moment and think about what you're doing. And understand that if you're tempted to do it, and if you do it, you're doing exactly what she wants you to do. You're giving her money. So make your own decision based on what you feel, but understand the manipulation going on. With that said, let's go on to Amber. Amberlynn Reid, there's been a bit of drama with her recently. Her and Destiny and Dana, I haven't quite got into the thick of it. But a lot of people have taken the position of supporting Amber just despite Foodie Beauty, just to kind of flip the middle finger at Foodie Beauty. A lot of people want Amberlynn Reid to get her crown back because Chantal has worn it for far too long and she's been rather awful with it. So a lot of people are supporting Amber, even though Amber is boring, just to teach Foodie Beauty a lesson. Although Foodie Beauty is too old to learn lessons, still they think if they support Amber, that Foodie is going to suffer in the way of profit. I don't know if that's true, but I wanted to react to a live stream that Amber did a day ago and react to what she has to say. And if you like this kind of content, if you want me to react more to Amber or to give any other kind of content, maybe you can give me some ideas about who you'd like me to react to. I would certainly welcome it because I react to Foodie, but I'll be honest, I'm bored with her. I know you guys have to be bored with her. She's getting more toxic and more negative. I really would like to move far away from her. So let me just go ahead and share the screen and see what Miss Amber has to say. And we're not going to start at the beginning of the live stream because she kind of blah, blah, blahs in the beginning. So we'll just react to some of this and I'll give my thoughts. So let's go.
Adorable.
I'm kind of confused with this live stream. And this is not me being nitpicky, just an observation. So Amber makes quite a bit of money. Why is this not in HD? The stream looks kind of blurry almost, like it's not a high definition camera. Amber, you make quite a bit, my dear. You should have the best equipment. That's just an observation. Let's go.
Hi, Matt and Addie. Hello, hello. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it so much. I'm willing to address anything. Literally anything. That involves me. Not like other people. Like I'm not here to spill tea or anything like that. That's not why I'm here. That's not the type of person I am. No, this isn't like a live era. I think just for right now, because I just feel like I can't peacefully make vlogs or like YouTube videos, knowing that there's just so many things that people are getting wrong or like assuming, and it's been hard.
I don't know if she's talking about Destiny and Dana. I know that Destiny's been saying a lot. As a matter of fact, let me stop this for just a second and go over to my Twitter because there are a couple of clips that I've seen on Twitter where Destiny is talking about Amberlynn Reid. Just for context. So I'm going. Here we go. And this clip is courtesy of Shenanigans. So this is something that Destiny said about Amber.
If there were a boxing match, Foodie Beauty versus Amberlynn, who would you bet on? Who would you bet on, Foodie Beauty or Amberlynn? Why would you call it a boxing match? It'd be sumo wrestling.
You know, remember, my dear, you dated her. So you can't throw shade without throwing shadow on yourself. This was somebody that you were involved with. But if I had to answer that question about if Amber and Chantal got into a boxing match, who would win? My money would be on Amber. Just because when you're boxing, it's about the reach. Amber has longer arms. I believe she has a little bit more in the way of being able to move around easier. So my money would be on Amber, not Chantal. Chantal she's really short. She has a hard time just standing up and breathing. So my money would actually be on Amber. What else do we have here? Is there another clip from that? Oh, while we're here, before we get back into the Amber stream, a few Twitter clips. This one is courtesy of Girl World Garden. Amberlynn Reid is alive. Our girl will do therapy every other week now because it's too expensive. Maybe next time think twice before spending $170 on Timo and stop buying new dresses. You have enough clothes and maybe you'll be able to afford therapy. Yeah, that's really interesting, Amber. You make all kinds of money on YouTube and you have enough money to spend $170 on Temu, but therapy's too expensive. I don't know how much therapy will cost you. I'm sure there's all kinds of different kinds of therapy. There might be online therapy that you might be able to get for free. So saying that therapy is too expensive, I'm sorry, I'm not buying that excuse. Not when there are so many options, but Amber is famous for just spending her money on useless junk. Like she has an extensive collection of candles. She had a really extensive collection of earrings, journal that she bought, just all kinds of stuff. She's always buying useless knickknacks. Absolutely useless. She'll go to Target and go wild with her spending, but suddenly therapy's too expensive. Okay, another clip relating to Amberlynn Reid. Foodie Beauty versus Amberlynn Reid, the battle of the blinkers. Both channels are in decline, one making $4 and the other one $432 in super chats. People shouldn't be giving them money. Save your hard-earned money for you and your family. Well, anybody giving super chats or super stickers, it's your money. You can do what you like with it. Nobody can tell you how to spend it. But if you got to take care of yourself and your family, I say take care of that first before you give your money to anybody else, whether it's on YouTube or elsewhere. That's just my point of view. Little side tip. So French Fry Girl did a fundraiser and made over $7,000 for the Pets for the Homeless. I think that's amazing. Well done, Frenchie. Well done, Girl Gang. I think you guys did an amazing job over there. Absolutely amazing. Another one relating to Amber from Ray. Amberlynn Reid saying she's made over $1 million in her lifetime. If that's true, what do you have to show for it? No house, no car, no investments. It's time to stop throwing away your money on junk and take this lady's advice. So, yes, that is true. That is absolutely true. Amber has made well over $1 million on YouTube. She made over $1 million a while ago. That's facts. That's not an exaggeration. That's facts. She made enough money on YouTube that if she had put her money where she needed to, she'd be set right now. She wouldn't have to be on YouTube anymore. She could have invested the money in herself, in a business, in a house, in a car, and been set for life, son. But she squandered it. Maybe she thought that the YouTube train would last forever. Well, nothing lasts forever. And, it's just a shame that she made all kinds of money and she never did anything good with it. Here's another one. This is a clip from the stream I'm going to be reacting to from D. Angry Scott. D. Angry Scott says, if this is true, then it's pathetic. Imagine earning 1 million and having nothing to show for it all apart from being 500 pounds. This woman really spent all that money on what? Food, earrings, and toys. It's like what a 5-year-old would do with $1 million. Kristen says, how much of it do you think she has left? Not much. She made a lot of money, but she suffers from that thing where you get money and then it burns a hole in your pocket. That's Amber. And Chantal is actually the same way. But let's listen.
How would I spend $1 million? I would give a lot of it away, I feel like. Like, my first thought was giving it to people who need it. I mean, I would keep some, obviously, but that's the first thought that I had. I've already made $1 million in my lifetime. I know it don't look like it. Oh, God.
This is just me. If I had made $1 million on YouTube and then didn't have anything to show for it, I would be embarrassed. I would be. You made $1 million off of YouTube, Amber. You've got nothing significant to show for it. You can't even say, yeah, I own my own home. I own a really nice car. I'm invested in a business. I am set for life. You can't even make those claims. Imagine y'all making $1 million off of YouTube. And what's worse, you can't even say, I have really good health. I am as healthy as I can be. You can't even make that claim. You don't even have your health, Amber.
Never go unmedicated if you're bipolar, because I wasted a lot of money.
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. So those are the clips off of Twitter. So let's go back to the actual live stream and see what Amber has to say. Shall we? Let's do this.
Do I have a third person living with me? No. Just me and Feline. This is moving so fast that it's like I can only see like one question here and there. Did my therapist tell me to stop doing YouTube? No.
Does your therapist know about your YouTube? Does your therapist know that about your content, what kind of content you do? Because I'm pretty sure if they did, they would say, maybe you shouldn't do YouTube. Maybe YouTube is not the best thing for you if you want to get healthy, because it's encouraging some really unhealthy habits. But even if the therapist said that to you, would you listen? No, because you're in a position where, I'm not being mean to you, Amber, but you are in no condition that you would be able to get a job and hold down a job. You've been far too spoiled by YouTube for too long. Like you've had it too good for too long, being on YouTube, making the YouTube money, making your own schedule. You can do barely anything and make a lot of money. You're so used to that. You've gotten into that groove. I don't think you can go back to an office job or a desk job or any kind of job where you'd actually have to stand up and do something, or making, say, minimum wage or even slightly over minimum wage. You just been coddled and cushy for too long and spoiled to the point where I think you're kind of burnt out on all of it. You're entitled, spoiled, and burnt out all at the same time.
You are big. Correct.
By the way, I know we're not talking about foodie right now. I'm not reacting to foodie, but just something I want to point out. Foodie, if you ever see this react to Amber, notice this. Amber doesn't go live every single day. Like, she barely goes live. See how the chat is just flying by? Do you notice it's not members only? There were a lot of people in this chat this night. Compared to when you do lives and you got it locked down to just VIB chat. Like, it's so monotonous that nobody bothers to show up. You know, the live chat thing, if you don't do it too often, people show up and they want to talk, and because it's not something you do all the time. When you do it too much, the point where it becomes an everyday thing, people lose interest.
Oh my God, it's moving so fast, and I have it on slow mode. Is there a way I can make it even slower? Do I still have my Stream Queen cup? I do. I do. Are you really truly think you are being honest with your therapist? Yes.
Nope. Nope. I don't even have to be in the room. I don't think she's honest with her therapist. Because in some of the streams that I reacted to, the videos I reacted to, it sounded like she wanted weight loss surgery, but she was just doing the bare basic minimum to get the surgery. And in my opinion, at this time, Amberlynn Reid should not get the surgery. Not with her excessive overeating. And I know she tries to come on camera and say, I'm not excessively overeating, but let's apply some logic. It takes a certain amount of calories to maintain a certain weight, whether it's 300 pounds or 500 pounds or 600 pounds. It takes a certain amount of calories to maintain that weight. Now, if Amber were decreasing her portion sizes or decreasing her calories, at her size, she would start to drop weight. She really would. At her size, she would drop weight like crazy. Now, for anybody out there who's looking to lose weight, if you are of a much bigger size, in the beginning, you might lose quite a bit just doing those two things. Then as you start to get smaller, you might hit a plateau where the weight starts to come off much more slowly. But at her weight, if she just decreased her calories and her portion sizes, she could drop weight like mad, but yet she keeps gaining. So what that tells me is whatever calories it takes to maintain 500 pounds, she's eating those calories and more than that. And because of that, Amber, you do not need weight loss surgery. Because when you get weight loss surgery, it's not just about decreasing the amount of food. It's a complete lifestyle change. You have to change the way you look at food. You have to change the way you treat food. No more bee moments. Not at all. No more soda. Can't drink that anymore. There's a lot of things you can't do after WLS. You have to be very, very, very careful.
To the point of where sometimes it's like, it's hard, like, especially today, like I opened up about something today that like normally I would just like leave in the back of my mind, wouldn't even be honest with myself type thing. And I'm very, very honest in my therapy. I'm here to take advantage. I pay over $200 per session, so I'm not going to sit here and not take advantage of it because it's been freaking pricey as hell. And
Okay, so if you're paying $200 a session and it's too expensive, I'm sure there are lots of therapists out there who are a lot cheaper. There might even be free therapy. It's just a matter of looking around to see what's available because, if you need therapy, I'm sure that you can find someone that charges less than $200.
and yeah, it actually feels good. It feels nice. You never once said anything bad about Destiny's mom, even though she disrespected you majorly. That shows how compassionate and understanding you are. Thank you, James. That's because I really, really love her mom. Through it all, and it got kind of hectic, let me tell you. It got abusive, whatever it may be. And this is also something else I kind of wanted to talk about. When people assumed that I hit Destiny's mom, which I didn't. So thank you, Destiny, for clarifying that. Thank you for being honest. People were like crazy attacking me. Like, oh my God, I cannot believe that you'd be abusive and you'd hit somebody. Da, 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 da. Then when Destiny came back to clarify, Amberlynn didn't hit my mom. My mom beat up Amberlynn. All the same people are now, oh, Amberlynn deserved it. It's just like, I think that like that very situation has made me realize, like more than ever, where people's hearts are, like 100%. For anyone to like validate abuse, yikes on bikes. It's not okay. And thankfully, so thank you again, Destiny. Her last live stream that she did right after I did one, obsessed much. She did clarify that I have not lied about anything regarding her mom. So thanks, Destiny, again.
What Amber is talking about is stuff that happened a while ago. And I've just been on Twitter. And I'll be honest with you guys that are on my channel. Like, I haven't dove down deep into the Amberlynn rabbit hole to know all of the dirty details. I know a lot of stuff about foodie beauty. I don't know so much about Amberlynn because I've always found Amber to be more than a bit boring. So I know much more about foodie than I do about Amber. But I have heard that there is a channel, Mr. Snowflake, that he's done some little documentary type things on Amber. I might watch those to learn a bit more. If you guys want more Amberlynn Reid content, I'd be very happy to do that. Do some homework on her. But this stuff that she's talking about is stuff that happened a while ago. And Amber, Chantal, Foodie Beauty, she's had the crown for far too long. So if you want the crown back, if you want to keep it back, how about do something new? How about really go on a health journey and get yourself together? Because that is something that would take quite a while. So you could have a very interesting, positive arc for your channel. You would get an audience that would get behind you. And bonus, the bigger bonus is that you would have your health. So you'd be getting healthy at the same time you were establishing yourself in a positive way on YouTube. So all this stuff going on with Destiny and Dana and Amber, you have to wonder, is this all something that they kind of worked out with each other? Because it just seems kind of sus that all this stuff is happening all at once, right when Chantal's doing her thing over in Kuwait. I don't know. But I'm just saying, if you want to keep the crown, Amber, there is a definite positive way to do that. And the bonus is it can lead to better health.
Justice, it's okay. They can be cruel. Like, honestly, they can. But it's just funny because like me and Destiny said pretty much the same exact story word for word when it came to her mom hitting me. And everyone believed Destiny. But then for me, everyone's like, you're a liar. And there has been people who are like, I might not like Amberlynn, but you guys are like being biased. It's literally, for the lack of a better word, it's like, it's just biased. Destiny is a known cheater and liar, and people are just choosing to believe her because it's more fun, it's more entertainment. And I used to be like, the way that I would handle this situation in the past would be very different than I'm handling it now. That's all I can say.
Well, you know what, Amber? I'm going to drag you for a minute because of something that you did on TikTok, which I think was horrible. I don't know if anybody knows about this or if you guys remember, but Amber, she was on TikTok and she filmed something that TikTok temporarily banned her for. She set up a camera and she says, I'm having a bee moment. And she was crying and basically just showboating it. And TikTok really slapped her on the bottom for that. You know, she was kind of mocking that situation. Don't think I haven't forgotten about that, Amber. That moment was horrible, you know, horrible. Shouldn't have done that. You got a problem with food, yet just like Foodie Beauty, you're very happy to exploit that problem whenever you can.
In the past, I would very much be like, well, here's some screenshots. Well, here's some tea. Here's some of this. Here's some of that. And I'm not that person no more. And that just shows strength. It shows change. It shows that I've learned from my mistakes, and it shows growth. And the reason why I continue to stand up for myself and share my story is because it's empowering. And that's actually the word that my therapist used today, is that me doing these live streams is because it makes me feel empowered, because I am so tired of people putting words in my mouth.
Are you doing the live streams because it makes you feel empowered or because it makes you money? I mean, you can be real with us, Amber. You don't have to lie. I think people would take you much more seriously if you didn't lie. You said it yourself. YouTube is your job. This is how you make your money. So you're doing this live stream for money. It has nothing to do with empowerment. And if you said that you've experienced a lot of growth, if that's the case, how come we haven't really seen any signs of true growth from you? You're still the same you ever were.
I would rather use my mouth to use the right words, if that makes sense. So yeah. Like, if this was just about money, this would have already happened. I'm only on here because Destiny started this. So if this was about money, or I wanted to manipulate the audience, or whatever it may be, or I want to draw.
Amber, I have questions. Was the reason why you decided to do this live stream because you heard about the blackout on Foodie and you were looking to capitalize? Is that why you did it? It's okay. It's okay if you did. I mean, everybody's looking for the reactors to react to anybody besides Foodie. Everybody's disgusted with her right now. Are you trying to capitalize on the drama with Destiny and Dana and yourself? And also, right behind that is everything went on with Foodie. You're like, this is my time to take the crown. But the big question is, now that you potentially have your hands around it, are you going to be able to keep it? We'll see.
Drama on my channel, this would have already happened. It would have happened years ago. But I'm only doing this because I feel like put up against a wall, kind of, a little bit. So it's like, the fact that this is also my job, having to defend myself, it's rough. it's crazy. It's a weird situation to be in.
It's funny to me that people like Foodie and people like Amber, they both say the same things. They say, this is my job. Now, I've worked different jobs in my lifetime, different kinds of jobs. Every job I ever worked at, whatever job you do, wherever you're doing it, you treat it with a sense of professionalism. You get dressed appropriately, you show up on time, you treat it with a degree of professionalism. Whether you work for yourself or another person, you take pride in your work and you put the hard work in, and that's how you get paid. I wouldn't exactly call YouTube your job, Amber, because you don't take it seriously. If this was your job, you would show up to the camera, ready to talk to people, pleasant. You'd look at your channel and go, what kind of quality content can I do for people? Versus just showing up in front of a camera, turning it on, and doing the bare minimum. It doesn't sound like you're taking your job seriously. You want to make good money, but yet you're not putting anything out there worth paying for. Like I said, you've had it too good on YouTube for too long, to the point where you've taken it and the audience for granted. You're completely burnt out on it. Like the entitlement is just off the charts. Like if YouTube weren't around, what exactly would you do? If there was no YouTube channel, what would you be left with? Not much. You don't even have savings that you could fall back on. You got to consider that the YouTube train may not last forever. And with the state of health that you're in right now, it might take quite a bit of money to make it right again. Do you have that amount of money? Do you have plans in the future to get more money to take care of yourself? Just stuff to think about. I know adulting sucks, but it has to be done. But you and Foodie, this is not your job. You don't treat it with any kind of respect. And worse, the audience, the ones who give you the freedom to do what you want, the people that are giving you the views, which lead to the Google AdSense money, the ones who send the super chats and the super stickers, you don't look at them with a sense of gratitude. There's no gratitude in your attitude. You take them for granted. You just assume that they'll always be there and the money will always be there. And it may not be there in the future.
So, yeah. What are you even saying? I think that if you actually listen to me, then you would know what I'm saying. But I feel like a lot of people don't listen. They don't hear me. And it's because they don't want to.
That right there, that rude, snotty attitude. And you wonder why Foodie Beauty took the crown. Not that she's any more polite than you, but you wonder why you lost it in the first place. That snotty girl attitude is such a turnoff. It's such a turnoff, Amber. What would you do without YouTube? It's an honest question. What would you do without your YouTube channel, without that YouTube pay? You wouldn't have much. You got one foot in the gutter and one foot in the mansion all at the same time. I'm going to throw a term at you. It's something that I heard years ago from a friend. You ever heard the term golden handcuffs? You don't know what that means? Let me explain it to you. Golden handcuffs applies to a person. Could be male, could be female, but to a person that they have a lot of money and they spend a lot of money. That money burns a hole in their pocket. Golden handcuffs. You make a lot of money, but seconds later or a day later, you're broke. You got a serious case of the golden handcuffs. You've made over $1 million on YouTube, and you don't have much to show for it. And if the YouTube train stopped tomorrow, you'd be in serious trouble.
Stop dodging questions. I'm not really getting any. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. That means a world to me, honestly. Truly. No, I have never hit any of my exes. My stance on baked beans, not a fan. Not a fan. Do I still want to go to California? Yes, I was raised there. I miss it a lot. Yes, my goal is still to get weight loss surgery this year.
It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. You're not, listen, I don't know why you keep persisting with the WLS surgery. We both know it's not going to happen. Or if it does, it shouldn't happen. With your problem with food, it should not happen. Because WLS is not a cure-all and it's not a fix for someone who has a problem with food like you do. It's going to make your stomach smaller, but it's not going to fix the problem in your head where the problem exists. As I said before, it's a complete lifestyle change. It's not just about eating smaller portions of food. You have to look at food differently. You have to treat it differently. You have to be mindful of what you put in your mouth and when. If you eat too much, you'll get physically ill, or you might bust your stomach open. That's why doctors and surgeons will not do surgery on people who have active eating problems because it's too dangerous. It'd be dangerous for you at your size anyway, given your health problems, Amber. So please stop talking about WLS. It's not for you.
Did I sit on one of my exes? What? I sit on Feline. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, thank you, Hannah, for the super chat. No, I swear to God, I sit on her and she likes it.
I would like to say a special thank you to Amber for a couple of things. During this live stream, you did not eat like Foodie eats, so thank you for that. And thank you very much for not smoking the shisha, because that doggone thing is annoying. You sat here and you talked to people. You didn't just run up the meter by eating for half the time. So thank you for not eating, and thank you for not smoking a shisha, because that's just awful.
I'm not even lying. I hate it. Like, I don't hate it. I hated it in the beginning because I am a self-conscious bitch. But y'all, there are people out there who do not give a fuck if you're fat. They don't give a fuck. They see beyond that. And she's one of them. And I'm very fucking grateful. Can I introduce you to the caterpillars? I'm said, stop. Yes, I can. It's Mary Kate and Ashley. Nice to meet you. Oh, some of y'all are funny. Do I have an OF? No, I do not. I personally like my makeup today. I think my makeup looks really, really good. I love my Telfar earrings that Feline got me. Thank you, baby. And yeah, no one can make me feel bad about my makeup because I like it.
This is just a female opinion talking, not being rude, not being catty. I think, Amber, from a female perspective, if you have a very strong eyebrow going on, which you do, a very defined eyebrow, to balance it out, you need like a stronger lip color, because with the strong eyebrows and the dark eyeshadow, you need a strong lip color to kind of balance that out. That's just me, though.
See, that's something that I'm growing and I'm learning, is that people can say whatever the fuck they want, but if you like something and you feel good, then feel good and ignore everyone else. Have I put hearts in a jar? I don't know what that means. Bro, this is moving so fast. I don't know what scat is. Never heard of it. Bullet journal is in the office. I'm currently in the living room. Yes, I do have a Telfar bag, which is also from Feline. Wow, I sound spoiled. A little spoiled. Oh my gosh. That's actually goals. How would I spend $1 million?
I can answer that because we've seen her spend $1 million. You would spend it on candles, earrings, journals, knickknacks, food, everything but where it needs to be.
I would give a lot of it away, I feel like. Like, my first thought was giving it to people who need it. I mean, I would keep some, obviously, but that's the first thought that I had. I've already made $1 million in my lifetime. I know it don't look like it. Oh, God. Never go unmedicated if you're bipolar, because I wasted a lot of money.
Yeah, we know. We saw.
A lot of money. Someone said, girl, give me some. I have given subscribers money. I've helped before. I have. Yeah, I have wasted a lot of money on food. I have.
You know, I remember all the way back to the beginnings of Amber's channel. All the way back, she started her channel and she wanted to lose weight. Like, she was on a weight loss journey in the very beginning. And she wasn't as big as she is now. And I don't know, something happened. And instead of losing weight, she decided to gain weight and kind of, I guess, capitalize a bit on being big and doing the food content. So she kind of took the route of foodie beauty, and instead of fixing her problems, just making them worse.
Would I collab with Nikocado? No, I would not. He makes a mockery out of domestic abuse, like, and gets away with it. It's disgusting.
Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. What about that TikTok you did where you were mocking people who had eating problems? You're basically triggering people, saying you're having a bee moment. And that's what TikTok had an issue with. And they let you know that was just a bad idea. But I saw it. I saw that TikTok and I was beyond disgusted. You set up your camera. You're like, I'm having a bee moment, and you were eating and crying. It was horrible. So you're over here saying this person was mocking this and this, but yet when it suits you, you'll mock certain things for money.
And he's also the one who said I lied about cancer. Disgusting. So no, I would not. Oh, thank you, Angel May. You're so sweet. How old are your pets? So cute. We have 2 Chihuahuas too. Love them. Wishing all the best. Thank you so much. Oh my God, Chihuahuas are freaking adorable and they're so loving. How old are they? Oh my gosh. Okay. Twinkie's gonna be 11. Rarity and Wasabi are like, I would say like a year difference. Math, Amberlynn. Wasabi is gonna be 8. Rarity is gonna be 7. Math. Oh, you like my shirt? Thank you. It's a dress.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to go back because the chat is just flying by. But I'm seeing this super chat. I'm going to read it. Buttered says, now that you say the bee monster didn't exist, how do you explain being mean to Becky when she didn't want to get you food? So Amber insists that there's no bee moments. She's having them. She's just having them off camera. And the reason for that is because for those that do not know, YouTube is starting to change their policies about people with eating problems, monetizing them. So those who might have problems with food, issues with food, they're having to, use different language and use different words to get around that, because YouTube hasn't completely dealt with that. But she's insisting that there's no bee monster or bee moments. Without even being in the room, I know she's having them because her problem is untreated.
Now that you say the binge monster didn't exist, how do you explain being mean to Beck when she didn't want to get you food? I talked about this in my last live stream. Food addiction.
But wait a minute. Hold on. You said you don't have a problem with food. But if you don't have a problem with food, why are you going to therapy? See, that doesn't make sense. Someone who doesn't have a problem with food doesn't need therapy, right? You even said you got a problem with food, and that's what you wanted the surgery for. Looking at that as a cure-all. But you said you're over your problem with food, which I think is complete BS. Complete BS.
President, would you want to meet Obama? Flene's over there making hand movements. The door frames aren't broken. They're an X for a reason, am I right? Oh,
it's so hard to address comments because the comments are just flying by.
Sometimes there's a lull, and then all of a sudden it's like, bam. My love language is literally all of them. Literally all of them. Love Bomblin. No, I just love hard. I love so hard. Ugh. I'm sorry if I didn't read your super chat. Thank you, Megan, for the super chat. Read a poem or a recent journal entry. Oh, I don't know about that. That's too personal. See, that's something in the past that I would have done. I have changed and I am improving, showing growth. Yes, I am.
I remember her showing, she did keep a journal of sorts. She kept a record of what she called good days and bad days. I actually reviewed that video and I paid attention to what was on the page. There were many more bad days than good days. When she had bad days, that meant she was having B moments, and it wasn't that long ago. So that's why I say she's not all the way recovered. She's not even close. And that's why she shouldn't have the surgery.
Why no blush today? I wasn't feeling her. I noticed that when I wear blush, it makes my under eyes look even darker when they already are pretty dark because my mascara likes to make them dark. So I just noticed it makes it look darker. So sometimes I'll wear blush and sometimes I won't. Yeah, insomnia can definitely cause that as well. Yeah. Do I still drink coffee? No, I am a caffeine-free type of gal. Do I like pickles? I do. I do. Shower pooping never happened. Just another rumor. Do I still talk to Pink Sparkles? Yes, like almost every day. Can I bring back my intro music? Maybe. I just feel like no one liked it. It's so funny when people say ALR doing live streams because she wants money. So annoying. That's like someone going to work, like going to be a waitress, or someone writing a book, or someone, whatever they may do, starting OnlyFans. It's because people need money to survive. Things that should be free.
So she just basically confessed, I'm doing this stream for money, which is fine. You know, she's got a monetized channel. But didn't she earlier say, I don't care, I'm not doing this for money? And then she's saying, yeah, I'm doing this for money. So it is for money. You know, like you're just, all the drama going on with Destiny and Dana and yourself and all the tea videos, and you're just looking to get on the heels of that and make what you can. Okay.
Like a roof over your head and water and food are not free things. So yes, this is my job.
And you suck at your job.
And rent is not due. I already paid rent. So yeah, I don't get it. It's like the weirdest thing to me. Getting heat for making money. Well, it's so weird. I don't know. I
You know, it's not so much that you're making money, Amber, because we all need money to live, you know, pay our bills and rent. It's how you're doing it. You know, exploiting your eating problem. That's what people have a problem with. You know, like this, if you're just doing regular stuff, nobody would have a problem. And I'm just going to go on record as saying that I find it really sad that someone like yourself, you're making enough money that you could get yourself in tip-top condition. You have no idea how blessed you are and how thankful you should be to the people that watch your live streams, watch your videos. You have more freedom to take care of yourself and do whatever you want to improve yourself. And it's such a shame that you squandered the golden goose that you were given. Whereas a lot of other people might have taken that golden goose and ran with it and been very successful. You've taken your success, and unfortunately, you took that fortune and you hurt yourself. And now here you are. You know, a lot of people, they struggle to lose weight, to get in better health. Part of the obstacle in the way is lack of money to do certain things. You have the money, you have the time, you have the resources, and you just insist on being lazy and full of excuses.
For something I can't process it. Like, this has been my job, like strictly been my job for 8 years now. This is how I make money. Some people only have to write one book. It goes famous and they're done for the rest of their life. It goes famous.
Well, that's not you. You haven't written a book that it's a classic and it's successful and you can forever make money off of it. because you keep coming on YouTube and you have to keep making videos and you have to keep doing live streams. So there's no guarantee of money always coming in. You're not Ernest Hemingway. Okay, you're not a famous writer. You're on YouTube making videos. You're doing pretty well with it, but you're squandering what you're being given.
You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, it's 2023, fixing to be 2024 before we know it. And not to bring up reaction channels, but Zachary
Not to bring up reaction channels, but let's bring them up. Okay, let's go.
Michael's a really good example. Like, he went to college for what he was doing for his career, and he ended up quitting his career to react to me. Talk about weird. I feel like that's weird. I don't know. Like, that's just an opinion. Everyone can have it. Everyone can have one.
Yeah, but here's the difference between Zach and yourself. He's got a college education. So he can take his training and his skills, and if he stopped reacting to you, he could use the skills, and he could use the training and the education to go do other things. Do you have that option? I don't think you do, because YouTube is it for you. You've not given yourself any other options. This is literally it. That's another sad thing. You could have taken some of the money that you made and educated yourself and maybe gotten some online courses doing something, or gotten education in something just in case the YouTube thing doesn't work out. You've given yourself literally no plan B, no backup plan. Zach can go and react to you or take whatever skills or training that he has and do other things. Can you?
Like, that's weird. Like, going to college, like, you're literally actively in a career, and then you quit to react to Amberlynn Reid, a very boring YouTuber. Like, that's weird. That's a little weird. And everyone's all loves it because he reacts to me. It's just more of like the hypocrisy. Ma'am. It's just people being hypocrites. And it's like a lot of people agree that it's weird. Thank you. I agree. It is weird, but I mean, make your money. I based on how much I make and how much I've made in the past, I pretty much know for the most part how much he makes, and it's a lot. He makes a lot of money. So I get why he quit his job. You come for me. And I put in more work. No tea, no shade.
What? You put in what? You put in more work where? How?
Work. I film my life. I talk about my true inner.
Oh, geez. Here we go. So because I turn on a camera, I put in more work. Girl, what? What did you just say? How do you put in more work? Exactly where? I would love to know. Turning on a camera and doing a live chat, that is effortless. There's no editing involved. It's just you turning on a camera, going live and talking and answering questions. What work is involved in that? You're not even being entertaining. Girl, please stop.
Nerds. Yeah, take that as a quote, please. Like my last vlog or my last live stream, people love the quote. I said she left me like a raisin because it's true. She did. She left me like a raisin. The easiest way for me to make money is to react to videos. I've reacted to 5-6 videos in the last decade. That shit's
and badly, I might add.
Easy. To vlog as often as I do and to talk about.
Hey Amber, remember back in the day when you and Foodie were just like the go-to girls? Everybody was reacting to the both of you like equally. And then you lost the crown, and then everybody started talking about Foodie and not you, to the point where you got so desperate for attention you were reacting to yourself. Yeah, I remember. You trying to be a reactor was sad, reacting to yourself.
About the things that I do. Zach, try it, honey. Try it. Um,
I'm sorry. Nobody wants to try doing content where they're hurting themselves with food if they have a food problem. No, ma'am. Nobody try that. Nobody get on YouTube and think the path to success is ruining your health. That is a bad plan. You think I'm lying? Look at Foodie Beauty and look at Amber. There's the proof right there.
yeah. Oh, I do edit. I edit a lot. Like all those little jump cuts. Yeah, it takes a lot of work. Like Feline has stood over me and
I beg your pardon? Jump cuts take a lot of work? No, they don't.
watched me edit before.
Why do you make this so creepy?
No, not creepy, baby.
No. Jump cuts don't take a lot of work. I know this because I've done videos. That's just cutting out a section of a video you don't want. You can do that with like an editing program. It takes like seconds. You want to see some real work, Amber? Listen, girl. I've done ambiance videos. You want to talk about some work? Finding the clips, putting them together in the right order, and then layering sound on top of sound on top of sound. Doing the overlays. That's some work. Takes about 3 or 4 hours. When's the last time you've done that much work?
But I'm just saying, like, because of like people being so biased and like Zach only reacting to me and like maybe like 1 or 2 other people, like people are okay with that because of the things that he says about me. Like, oh, it's so weird. Oh, definitely not jealous.
You know, if you saw someone like Zachary Michaels and people like him, I think he's funny. You know, Zach is funny. People enjoy the funny. If you're someone like yourself looking at Zach, you're saying, people really like him. They really like his content. He's showing my content. He's reacting to my content and he's doing well. If I want to do better than Zachary, maybe I should up my game and be just as entertaining, maybe more. Then maybe more people will watch me rather than coming on camera and being as boring as a microwave potato with no butter. Give it a try, Amber. See what happens.
He only gets views because of me and because of other people.
No. It's not just because of you. It's because he's funny. He's very, very funny. And you know what? I love you and Foodie. I swear to goodness, you're both so photogenic. I'm loving the look. You give me a look today. I'm loving that for a thumbnail. So let me just hold on and grab that look while I can. Yes. Love it. Thank you. But Zachary, it's not just about your face and your image and your voice, Amber. It's the funny. He's bringing the sass. He's bringing the funny. You want more people to watch you? Make yourself funny and sassy. Be interesting.
Is that condescending? Sure. It makes me feel like it's so weird that people care about what I have to say. Like people care about what I'm doing, whether it's for like a good or a bad reason. Like it's so weird that like,
you know, I put your audience into 2 categories, Amber. You've got one section of your audience. They are people that genuinely care about you and they give advice, which you don't listen to because you're going to do precisely what you want, regardless of what anybody has to say. And then you've got the other section of the audience, which are the trolls. You know, there's always going to be the trolls, no matter who you are on YouTube. You're going to have trolls. You can be the nicest person on YouTube and somebody's going to say something, but you got the trolls. Always going to be the trolls. So not everybody in your audience is a hater. Not everybody's a troll. But it's so sad that there are people in your audience that care about you, but you don't want to listen to them.
Like that's my life, that people want to see it. That's something that people want to see so bad that they also watch it through other people. They like watch people watch me.
You know, I think the section of your audience that they genuinely mean well for you, they've been waiting for so long, Amber, for you to get your crap together, for you to actually snap your head on nice and tight and get your act in. They've been holding on for that, and you make promises, you break them. You promise to get healthier, and then you don't. And then they get frustrated, and they get stressed out, and they go the reaction channels because they just can't take it anymore. Now imagine if you want a true health journey, those people might come back for you. They might support you. That's what I'm saying. A positive health arc would do you so much good in so many ways. But you've gotten far too lazy and complacent with yourself, and you honestly don't care about your health. And those people in your audience that care about you, they just got to wake up at some point and realize that you just don't care about your health. You talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk.
And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. And I mean, that is what it is. It truly is what it is. And this might be one of my narcissistic tendencies, if you will. Or as my therapist called me out today, low key called me out, said that because I didn't get the attention and a love that a child should get, that I'm probably trying to get that from strangers online, which, you know what, might be right, might be true. Now let's dig a little deeper and let's figure out how like not to do that. But I'm able to like admit to some truth to that for sure. That could be the case, but definitely.
So I'm confused. So if you like the attention from people online, you got an entire audience in front of you right now. There might be some people in the audience that care for you. There might be some people in the audience that don't care for you. So the people that come forward that are trolling you, maybe saying some not nice things to you, if you like the attention, why are you getting mad? Why does it annoy you? I mean, if you want mainly positive attention, then give positive content and you won't get as many trolls. But if you come online and you don't care about yourself and you make promises that you don't keep and people get frustrated, don't get mad if they get mad.
Definitely not a narcissist, just a little narcissistic tendencies that, you know, mix up with like trauma and, you know, I'm bipolar. I have, you know, massive issues, anxiety, trauma. Something that I recently discovered that I've been going through, which is really weird and happened in the middle of therapy today, is like, which I got called out again by my therapist, is I dissociate. I don't really know much about it. But I know the fucking feeling, and that shit is scary. It happened a couple times during my last live stream that I did. And I try so hard to act like I'm totally fine. But thankfully, in front of my therapist, I don't have to do that. And he called me out and he was like, what just happened? So yeah, it's just like random little things that I'm dealing with. And now I'm rambling and someone just told me to shut up, but yet they're on my video listening to me. You can always click off.
Okay, I just saw this comment that I really, really like. Let me go back to the chat. It's just flying by. I like this comment from Burke. Mental illness is not a crutch. Own it, work on it, and stop victimizing yourself. I like that. If you've been through some kind of trauma, Amber, if you have mental health issues, I really do hope that you're getting the help that you need for those things. And I hope that you work on those things. But mental illness is not an excuse. It is not a fail-safe to excuse bad behavior. I'm sure there's lots of people in the world that they've been through a lot of things, maybe some trauma, maybe they have mental illness. but it doesn't excuse bad behavior. Because if you have mental illness, if you have mental issues, if you have health issues, are you getting treated for those things? Do you care about those things? Really?
I'm just an open book right now. So yeah. Totes rambling. I'm rooting for your weight loss surgery. Mine was 4 years ago. I went from 400 to 250. My journey is rough because I have lymphedema and Hashimoto's thyroid issues. Oh my God, Ray. Wait, you have vlogs in your name? Do you vlog? I need to go watch you. And congrats, you did amazing. Holy crap. I have to mention this. Sorry that it bugs me, but it's the same reason I can't watch Tom Cruise movies. Okay? There is a midline shift in your face. Yes! Your front tooth is directly in the center of your face. Oh my God. Thank you for noticing. I've also noticed. It's because I used to have a massive gap, a huge gap for years. And my teeth have shifted and
Oh my, the lag.
it made that happen. Yes, I know it's bad. Girl, we all have a sad story. Stop acting like a victim. I am a victim to some things. We all are, unfortunately. And something I've also learned in therapy. Therapy is very much my personality trait. Yes. When you take it seriously. I've learned that people are very unsympathetic to certain situations, and it's so easy for people to say stop being a victim when they just don't give a shit about you, like as an individual. And it is what it is. So when people say that to me, I really don't give a fuck. I really don't, because I know what I've been through, and anyone watching me also knows what they've been through. So if anyone ever tells you stop being a victim, it's because more than likely you are, period. And I stand by that. People in this chat are deranged. They need to look into the mirror. And if people saw their mistakes online, they would be crucified too. They aren't any better, 100%. I agree with that, lady. I do agree with that. Trauma dumping. That's my channel. That is my channel. Especially right now. Oh my God. I'm just going through a lot. And sometimes
To be fair, Amber, a lot of people go through a lot. If you've been through trauma, I'm not minimizing it. I don't know exactly what you've been through, but there's a lot of people that have been through trauma that have been victims. My heart goes out to anyone who's been a victim of any kind of hurt or serious circumstance. But there's being a victim, and then there's just having victimhood, which is the case with you, Amber, because we can all go through something. Then we do our best to move past it. So you go from being a victim to being a survivor. You become a survivor so you can go on and have a good, healthy, happy life. And then there are those people that go through things, or maybe not go through things, that they wear some kind of trauma on their sleeve. And that becomes their identity. And this is not healthy, because whatever it is they've gone through, they never get past. So if you've gone through something, Amber, I hope that you work your way past it. And that whatever trauma, whatever hurt, it's something you've been through, but it is not your identity. Because once it becomes your identity, it becomes unhealthy.
I share intimate details where I shouldn't. And that's a little something I am working on. So me declining to read some of my journal or a poem is a big step in the right direction. But there still is some things that I let slip out. So just know that if you're on my channel or you're watching me, especially during a live stream, trauma dumping might happen. And if y'all need a trauma dump.
Wait, hold on a minute. Wait. Listen, there's talking about something, and then there's just straight up trauma dumping. You could talk about something without dumping a crap load of trauma on people. Or if you're the content creator You can choose not to talk about certain things because you might think to yourself, maybe it's not a good idea to talk about it because it might trigger other people. It might affect other people in a negative way. Amber, this is your channel. You could talk about whatever you want. You could talk about a subject or not talk about it at all and just move on to other things. So you announcing to your audience that trauma dumping might happen. I mean, you're basically just saying that you're going to trauma dump, but you don't have to. I mean, it's not a requirement for being on YouTube. You can avoid it altogether.
Go for it, because I'm willing to be here and I'm willing to be an ear or a shoulder to cry on. So I don't have an issue with that. I never have. I know there are some other YouTubers who do, but I am not the one. So if you need to feel like you're not alone, go for it. So yeah.
Okay, so this comment right here, Nope says she made her trauma her entire personality. I would agree with that. And as I said, when your trauma, whatever it is, it becomes your identity. It becomes your personality. This is bad. It's not healthy. When it goes from, hi, I'm so-and-so and I've been through this, to I'm this and this person is my problem, that's a bad thing. When it completely takes you over and it becomes part of your identity, this is not good.
Narcs usually come from trauma. Yes, I actually agree with that wholeheartedly.
Huh? What was that? I don't agree with that. I've been through some stuff in my life. I'm not a narcissist. I know a lot of other people that have been through some stuff. They're not narcissists. See what she just did there? She's saying, I've been through some stuff, therefore it's okay to be a narcissist because what I've been through kind of excuses it. No, I don't accept that. I don't accept that as a truth. I don't think that's true. I think you're using whatever it is that happened to you or might have happened to you as a reason to be a narcissist. Maybe you were a narcissist before whatever it is that happened to you happened to you. Ever consider that? The fact that you were a narcissist before whatever it is that happened, that could be a possibility. You can't just say, oh, because I went through this, I'm a narcissist. No, I don't accept that. No.
This whole like narcissist thing is so silly because it also is something else that like people cannot control. So let's just say I am a narcissist just for the sake of like arguing about it. People like almost like calling me out or like saying that as a bad thing is probably insulting.
It is a bad thing because when you're a narc, you're a selfish, self-centered person. You think only of yourself. You're all into yourself. You're not thinking about other people, how you affect other people. It's all me. So yeah, it is a bad thing.
To people who like do have it. And I know for me, like I used to have my username narcissistic goddess on
there you go,
Instagram, because I was playing the role of what people like say to me, and in a way that is offensive, and I got called out and I learned from my mistakes, so I took that off as my username. I also want to say
so you had that username on Instagram, but here you are on YouTube acting the way that you do. So explain that.
Have done some research about what I said regarding I prefer females. That's not what I meant to say, because I've learned that female is the sex while being a woman is the gender. And I didn't know that. So it's like people were telling me that, I was getting messages, and then I learned what it meant. So thank you, like, for calling me out on my shit, but doing it in like a respectful way. I did not realize the difference in that. So thank you guys so much, like wholeheartedly. there just comes a time where it's like, you need to say it in a respectful way, because Wokeland period. No, I really truly did not know the difference. And then I was getting so many messages and stuff, and I was just like, oh my God, how was I that stupid and that ignorant? I was and I am. So yeah, I absolutely without a doubt apologize. I am so sorry for being ignorant in that subject and for offending. Even if I did not offend you, I'm sorry that you had to see me be freaking stupid. So yeah, I can just continue to learn and do better. Oh, love you, low carb.
Don't worry, Amber. We know that stupid is also part of your identity.
But thank you.
Well, I know we've got like another hour or so left on this video. I'm about ready to dip out, so I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes.
Do you ever think for 1 second before yapping?
No, she doesn't.
No.
See, told you.
I'm doing better with that for sure. No, I have not done Delta 8 in over a month. I miss it a lot. There was a moment through this whole YouTube thing and this and that and Destiny and my sexual assault coming back up and oh my God. And some personal stuff with my brother and my dad. Like between all of that, I almost went back to Delta 8 and like Feline had to like look me in the eye and be like, you don't want to do that. So thank God for her. It's just been like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot's happening. I had a hater contact me on Instagram and they were like, you were gone for a week and people made so much drama around your name. And that just goes to show that it's not you causing this. And I said, oh, wow. Thanks for noticing. So yeah. No. Feline does not eat cornstarch, and neither do I.
What?
Someone asked if you ate cornstarch.
No, but I love watching videos of people eating cornstarch.
She likes watching people eat cornstarch, which I do too, because it's so satisfying that like it makes you want to do it. But bro,
What? What the F? Eating cornstarch? Why?
not happening. Oh, it doesn't make you want to do it. Yes, Feline lives with me. It's both of us together.
Together at the big.
Wait a minute. What's this comment up here? Oh, this one. Why did you falsely accuse someone of SA? Answer that. Oh, Amber. If you falsely accuse somebody of that, I'm going to rip you a new one. Yes, I will. I'm going to do some digging tonight.
Forever? Are you proposing? Oh, I'm just kidding. Aww. My favorite thing about Feline. Oh my God, so many.
Go ahead, tell me.
You're hardworking as shit.
Oh, baby.
You're dedicated to what you work on. Supportive.
Baby, don't cry. I love you.
Like if I ever say like, oh, I want to write a guided journal. Like you're the one who's over there like, let me do the research. I could figure it out for you. Like, you got this, babe. Like, you're just so supportive. Thank you. What's wrong with her? Love. Love.
You got me tearing up.
No, don't be tearing up. We'll save the mushy gushy for later. But yeah, she's just she's a good one. She's a good one.
I love you.
Play Mario Kart on stream. That'd be funny.
Okay, you know what? I'm getting bored with Amber. You know, she's boring. But I want to react to her because I'm not doing foodie beauty content at this time. So that was it for this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know in the comments what you think about reacting to Amber, or if there's anybody else you'd like for me to cover. I've got some ideas of other stuff I want to do for you guys, but I'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much for being here with me tonight, and I hope to hear from all of you very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.